Okay, so here we are, morning of day 22. It's been 3 weeks from today. I started the trail. Right now I'm made my way down to Mission Creek. Had a real good night's sleep last night. The wind died down, maybe 9-10 o'clock. I slept like a log, man. I probably got 9.5 hours sleep, so I'm feeling really good. I did have one more of those oatmeal breakfasts, so I just polished that off. They're not getting any better, but you know, it's good calories. So I'm feeling good now. I'm down to Mission Creek, so a little bit apprehensive. This is where the Norovirus, the section where Norovirus breakout is. But you know, the more I've been thinking about it, I don't know. It's hard to tell with you know, everything on far out and social media. Sometimes things get blown out of proportion, so it's you know, no one really knows. Was it like 3 or 4 backpackers all hiking in a group that came down with it, and they told their friends, and their friends told their friends, and it gets blown out of proportion? Or is it literally dozens of hikers hiking through here? Nobody knows. So we'll see. I've still got a little bit of water left from Whitewater Creek, which I thought this all drained together, but Whitewater Creek is a separate drainage than Mission Creek. So I'm feeling better about that water. There's a guy ahead of me that I was talking to. He's got some bleach treatment. Might try that. Otherwise, we'll see how it goes. The other section with the alternate trail and where the trail got washed out, that's about 8 miles ahead. So I'm thinking I might do the alternate, but I'll see when I get up there. I'll probably be up there later on this afternoon, and we'll see how that goes. So other than that, those two concerns, it's a picture perfect day. Real nice hike down into the Mission Creek area, and looks like I'm going to be following the creek all day. I've heard reports that you cross it anywhere from like 40 to 70 times, so pretty much you're just picking your way all along the creek. So we'll see how that goes. I'll have wet feet all day, but it's a nice day, so should be refreshing. We'll see you on down the trail. Here's what we're walking through, the Mission Creek wash, and sometimes you pick up a footpath here. A lot of times it's just scrambling over rocks. You can see some hikers up ahead. You gotta cross the river a bunch of times. You just pick your way, stay in the wash, and make your way as best as you can. It's part of the Mission Creek gorge here. Just walking all along the creek. Just picking our way along this washout here. Look at the wood pile up there. It's a pretty wide spot, and yet the water was 25 feet, 30 feet higher than it is now, just to deposit all those trees and branches up there. Mother Nature is pretty impressive. Look at this actual trail. After 6 miles, picking our way along the creek. There's a little section of trail here. We'll see how long that lasts. This alternate trail, you can find the way pretty good, but it's 1,700 feet straight up. So you can see, the desert floor way out there. That's where I came from yesterday. Long way up. Okay, so here's the wrap up for day 22. It was a tough day, picking our way along Mission Creek the whole day. Just where it wears you out. It's continuous route finding. It's uphill all the way. It's you're just on sand or on rocks pretty much all day long. So we did that maybe, I don't know, 10 miles or so. It's kind of hard to tell because just looked at far out, and according to far out I've done 22 trail miles today. But we did that alternate route, which cut off about 8.5 miles of the trail, but we were doing 2 miles overland, and that was an adventure. We had started off, there was a good little footpath, and did that for maybe 3/4 of a mile. Then it started to lose it. So you'd lose it, you'd pick it back up, and general rule of thumb, if you're ever in doubt, just head up. But we got into one real sketchy part. We're on the side of a cliff, and we just couldn't get across it. It was just very sheer. So we just picked our way straight up the cliff and finally found the footpath again. But that was a tough, I think that was the toughest 2 miles I've done. It was a real long haul, but we did it, and shaved all the washed off trail because that was getting old. Most of Mission Creek area is all washed out, so there's no trail. You just make your way along the river, and that gets old after about 6 or 7 miles. We probably did maybe I don't know, maybe 14 actual miles, trail miles, or 14 actual miles, even though we're 22 miles down the trail. So I only got 21 miles in the Big Bear. So I'll get there early on Thursday. I think we're pretty good the rest of the way. Still concerned about water. I'm down to a little over a liter, and the next reliable water cache or water source is probably 11 miles away. There should be a cache up here in about 4 miles, so hopefully that's got some. And I've also heard there might still be some snow melt that you can collect. But worst case, we'll have to do about 11 miles with a little bit over a liter. So it'll be a little bit short, but we'll make it. I'll get an early start, do it while it's cool, and either way, we'll be all right. That's it for day 22. It was a gorgeous day today, just hard. So looking forward to another gorgeous day tomorrow. It's starting to cool down right now. It's a little after 7. Yeah, calling my tent. My feet were wet all day because we did probably 60 or 70 creek crossings. So I gotta get my wet shoes off and wet socks off, get my sleep socks, and start drying out some of my gear. So we'll see you tomorrow. Okay, here it is, morning of the 23rd day, and it's brisk. So you can see still a lot of snow. We're up about 8,500 to 8,300 feet, somewhere around there. A lot of snow. Got down to 33, so didn't have to worry about water filter freezing, but it got cold last night. Broke camp early, about 6:40. I'm on the trail and headed down. Hopefully there's water in the cache. I got 5 miles downhill. See about water, and then if not, there's some cabins nearby. I might be able to snake some from some cabin rentals. Otherwise, it's another 6 miles beyond that. But I got a full liter, and it's cool, so I'm not drinking much right now. So that's the first task of the day, is get some water, and I can actually drink my breakfast. I just had a quick bite to eat at camp. Hopefully I drink my new breakfast mix once I get some water. Okay, we'll see you on down the trail. I just have to say, look at this path. Having a nice dirt path is a beautiful thing. After yesterday, where we spent probably 75% of yesterday picking our way along the rocks of Mission Creek, continuous route finding, and then in order to avoid another 9 miles of that, taking that overland bushwhacking shortcut. This thing is beautiful. It's just night and day out here. So I think today's going to be a great day. Okay, so in this area there's still quite a few snow patches, but the trail's clear. I haven't had to walk on any snow so far, and I think this whole section now has melted enough you don't need micro spikes from I-10 to Big Bear. This is probably May, I don't know, maybe May 6th, I think, May 7th. So snow's melting fast. I'll have to do some research, but I think I'll probably send them ahead. I don't think you're going to need them on Mount Baden-Powell by the time we get there either. So we'll see. Okay, so we lucked out. Here's the little, here with Maddie.
What's up?
She was a trooper and did the alternate with me last night. And, I mean, she was a beast up the hill. But then, you know, she waited for me at top, so which was really sweet.
You made it.
The 3 of us camped first flat spot we found, and 2 of us were short of water, but here's the water cache, and we're at some kind of Big Bear cabin rental right up the road. So I think whoever manages these rentals also maintain this cache. So there's about, I don't know, maybe 5 or 6 gallons. I think they refill it daily, so that made a bunch of hikers very happy today because I was down to half a liter, and the next source is about 6 miles down trail. So could have done it, but now we can go in comfort. So seeing down the trail. So here's a panel, the whole San Gorgonio Ridge. We didn't hike up it. We kind of skirted around to the east of it, which is south of Big Bear. Okay, so here it is mid-morning, taking a lunch break. Today's just gone fabulous. It's been a little bit of uphill, a lot of downhill. Beautiful day. Started off a little chilly, but just gorgeous day. The big thing here is just getting to this last stretch and avoiding the norovirus. That's what's on everyone's mind. Everyone's scared of the water sources, so I got my water out of Whitewater Creek. Seems like Mission Creek is a real bad spot, and then a couple seasonal streams up ahead just a little bit. So I loaded up on water yesterday at Whitewater Creek, and then when I did need to top off, I got out of a little side tributary feeding Mission Creek, but I got upstream a little bit, so I didn't take anything out of Mission Creek. And that seemed to work yesterday pretty good. On the way down, I had to stop and get, we were really short of water last night, so rationed it last night. Got a little bit at the cache, and then there's another source that's a natural spring. So we got water there, and Addie, who's one of the two girls that we went through the alternate route with, and we camped together last night. She had some extra iodine tablets, so she gave me enough for a couple liters. I'm using that now, even though it's spring water. I'm using that, and I think I've got enough to get me out tomorrow morning. So hopefully that's a pretty good strategy. Also trying to stay away from people or places where hikers congregate. So I'm kind of sitting on the ground right now. There were some real good lunch spots with picnic benches and that, but that's probably too many hikers there. So I kind of found a shaded spot off by itself. I think if I can just make it to Big Bear, then I think I should be good. So we'll see how that strategy works out. See you down the trail. Dropping down about 5 or 6 miles outside Big Bear. Just gorgeous land out here. That building for as far as you can see. Okay, so why don't you tell me your names and where you're from?
I'm Steve.
Jamie.
We're from Goodyear, Arizona.
Phoenix area.
Yep, and that's around the Phoenix area.
And you're now, what, 3 weeks into the PCT?
Ooh, 3 weeks and 2 days.
Yeah, I think we started the same day.
Did you start the 15th?
Did you? Yeah, I started April 15th.
Okay, yep. That's
Down
when we
at
started.
Campo.
So we started the same day. What caused you to do the PCT this year?
Ooh, it's been on his. He first heard about it years and years ago, and we were thinking maybe last year, but it just didn't work out with kind of things we had going.
So this is the year.
So we applied this year, and we got it. Yeah.
And
we
you
got,
planning
we got
to
the date that we wanted too.
Yeah.
So that was
yeah,
a big.
yeah, you can't complain
plus.
about April 15th.
Yeah.
I know.
Yep.
Yes. Yep.
And you're planning on doing the whole thing?
It's our plan.
We are sure hoping to.
Okay.
We're tempting. Yes.
And so 3 weeks in, if there was one thing you could change, what would it be? Or is everything perfect?
Oh no.
Oh no. It's the easiest part of the whole thing, I think, is the actual walking. Is the walking on the trail and stuff. The hardest part is all the navigating water and figuring out your food.
Logistics.
I think that's the worst. I'd rather have somebody else do that for me, and I can just get on the trail and walk, because that's the easiest
Jamie?
thing.
And he's right, and he doesn't like the setting up of the tent and taking it down.
Yeah,
Okay.
I hate camping.
I
hate camping. I like hiking. So,
Yes.
so here I sit.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, and for me, probably, I don't love heights, and I'm probably not that sure-footed, so we attempted San Jacinto, and just that day, I don't know if you remember that day, with all of those huge blowdowns, and that was pretty scary for me.
Now, did you attempted to just do the PCT there or go up to the summit?
Well, we actually then kind of took the bailout trail, double
Okay.
slide,
Yeah.
and then went back down to Idlewild,
Okay.
and then did Black Mountain.
And get back on.
Around.
You kind of skipped a lot of the snow.
Yes.
So we skipped Fuller Ridge
We
part.
did.
Yeah.
Yep.
So tell me what your name is and where you're from.
Maddie Barney, and I'm from Seattle, Washington.
Okay. And why are you hiking the PCT this year?
Why not?
Good answer. Good answer.
Why not?
Okay. So we've gone almost 300 miles. What's one thing you'd change
Oh,
if
one
you had
thing
to do it
I'd
over
change?
from the start?
Oh, nothing.
All right.
Yeah,
So
everything
perfect.
happens for yeah.
All your gear's good?
All my gear is good. Yep.
Okay.
Oh, I would get better rain pants because my frog togs they ripped right here.
Ah,
So
that's not a
easy
good place.
access, but not for the trail. No.
Okay. All right. So frog togs.
Frog togs maybe a no go.
Okay. So how was today versus yesterday in whitewater wash and the alternate route?
It was light years better. Yesterday was rocks and deep sand for
Okay.
probably like 6 miles. Among other things that happened too. And then today was just smooth climbing or smooth descent.
Okay. Describe the alternate route.
Oh man, okay. Night owl. I will describe that. Let's see, we took an alternate route that was 2 miles up of like, what was it? A little over 1,000 in elevation. And
1,700 feet.
1,700 feet. There we go. Excuse me. And it skipped over, 8 miles of the PCT. So
Yeah.
it was all uphill. Got a little lost. Ended up on the side of a mountain. And yeah, I was just saying, like, I feel like for a second, I thought the PCT was going to end by us pressing the SOS button and having a helicopter come and save us because it was that scary. And that was all because of Night Owl, so thank you.
But at the end,
Yeah,
it was
but at
worth
the
it.
end, it was worth it.
Type 2 fun right there.
Yes, type 2 fun. There we
All right.
go.
All right. Last question. In 30 seconds, describe the theory of relativity.
The what?
Theory of relativity.
You describe that.
Okay, so way back on the first day outside Lake Marina, and I had an old backpacker's pantry meal. I think it expired or it didn't expire. It said best used by, I think, 2011. So got a lot of comments on that. And really, the food was edible. Didn't taste that great. I think I gave it a 6 when I first started eating it. It was probably more like a 2 at the end. But that was like a pasta primavera, something like that. There were a lot of spices in it. And I think the spices got old because these things are freeze-dried that should last a long time. Well, today I'm going to go round 2. Since that video, I've been living off the traditional thru hikers meals, ramen noodles and mashed potatoes and rice and beans with protein supplements. So today we got freeze-dried macaroni and cheese, but this is the next oldest one that I have. I've got like 5 or 6 of these. Only I think 3 are past their best by date. This one is May of 2017, and to give you an idea of how old this is, you can see the price tag right there. It's $6.50 I paid for this thing. I think now that they go for like 15 bucks. So yeah, this probably is a few years old. But I've got high hopes for this because it's macaroni and cheese. So there's no spices in here. The cheese, but it's like freeze-dried cheese. So I think it's going to be good. I gotta let it sit here and rehydrate for about another 6 or 7 minutes, and we'll do a quick review when it's ready to eat. See you in a few. Okay, moment of truth. So far, it looks pretty good. I don't know if you're not gonna be able to see that. Looks good. I'll show it to you without spilling it. Maybe not. A little soupy. Still figuring this out because every recipe, every dehydrated meal, you put in the right amount of water and it's like really watery. So I think I need to start cutting back on water. But all right, for the taste, macaroni and cheese. How can you go wrong with that? Yeah, this is pretty good. A little soupy, just got a crunchy noodle, but a little soupy. I think it's just I put too much water in. Not quite like Kraft macaroni and cheese, but real close. I mean, it's probably similar. Kraft macaroni and cheese, real similar. So I think this is a winner. Yeah, we'll go with this. And while I was cooking this up, I just had a revelation or a theory, because for the last 2 days, all the talk on the trail has been this Norovirus, and everyone's worried. There have been a lot of reports in this last section, so I discussed my strategy with water. So far, you know, fingers crossed, knock on wood here, but looks like I avoided it. But I'm wondering, is it because, or is the relationship of, you know, when you eat things a little bit past their best buy or their, you know, expired date, does that kind of build up an immunity? You know, you get an iron gut. Just a theory here, but I'm going to go with that. You know, macaroni and cheese, best by 2017, and so far so good, and no Norovirus. I think I'm onto something. Something to check out. See you down the trail. Okay, end of day 23. Real good day. Did 16 and a half miles quickly. Got to camp probably, I don't know, 3:30. So we could have easily made it to the road and got picked up, but originally my plan was to get picked up tomorrow around 6 p.m. Sandra's going to meet me at 9:30, so we camped just short at about 4 or 5 miles, so that'll be easy to do by 9:30 tomorrow. So today was just a real enjoyable, nice slow day, which is good after that hard day yesterday. It was nice having a nice relaxing day. You can see here's my tent site right there. Got a nice little spot. And then over there we got Jamie and Steve, which you met earlier. And over there you got Maddie. So right now there's 4 of us. It's about 6:30, so it wouldn't surprise me if a couple other people stroll in here as the sun goes down. Right now there's 4 of us sleeping. I guess that's it. We'll see you on tomorrow.